Welcome to another episode of Ruff Talk VR, a weekly podcast with in-depth game reviews, exclusive developer interviews, and the latest MetaQuest and virtual reality news. We join our hosts, the father-son team of D. Scruffles and Stratus today, as they spend another episode breaking down and discussing the world of virtual reality.
Hey, welcome to this episode of Ruff Talk VR, coming at you with another edition of VR news. What you had said before you even started recording, you were like, this is probably going to be the calm before the storm of Connect, and
it is happening.
What other rumors are floating around for that Connect time?
Peeps are already flying out.
Yes, I'm sure that, I'm sure I can see the list. This is not our most packed episode of news ever.
That was anticipated, though.
No. But like we said, kind of is to be expected with this time right before Connect. And there's also, all these Valve rumors floating around with Decker talk, Steam frame hotter than ever.
When people are being flown out places,
I'm hearing people are going to Seattle.
What are they going for? Coffee?
Well, there are other game studios in Seattle.
Pearl Jam revival?
Microsoft has a studio out there, right? And then there's like Polyarc with VR, and there's some other VR studios.
Yeah, let's be honest. There's no other rumors going on.
But if there's smoke, there's fire guy. There's all these Valve rumors about Deckard. People are going out. It's a little coincidental, to say the least. But anyway, I have a feeling that next week is going to be a fun week of news between whatever comes at Connect. I'm not expecting too much on the direct-to-VR side, but I'm so excited about those HUD glasses. So I'm definitely excited to see the news on those, potential developer SDKs and stuff. And who knows, man? I feel like the Valve whispers have been stronger than ever. So I think
I'm going to guess mid Connect, you're going to see it, boom.
If not right before the keynote.
Well, yeah, or during. I would do it mid keynote.
Maybe now, or mid 30 minutes before, or 30 minutes after.
But it doesn't matter.
No.
They could do it before, during, after. The same, all the media attention's going to go equally to both places. It's not like everyone's going to go, oh, let's not cover.
Yeah.
It doesn't work that way. Not in this medium.
I hope
it does in others. But
I hope next week's news is a fun episode. But we'll see. Connect is next week. We'll see what comes with that. But this week we did have some fun stuff come, like Dungeons of Eternity. They just dropped what they call their major content update, but that comes with the PCVR release, which, full disclaimer, we haven't had a chance to hop in the PCVR version yet.
I know we played last night with some peeps, Amelia and such.
Yep, we played with Amelia and Shadow, yeah.
And then she asked if we were on Steam. I don't even own it yet for Steam.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get to my computer right now until the Big E's over. That's the sacrifices we make for, small business during this time of the year.
Your time doesn't exist while the Big E is going on.
No,
18 days? 14 days?
I can't get to my computer. It's not an option. Until then, you will not see me on any PCVR. I don't care what the game is.
Honestly, gaming time's significantly less too. Like last night, we usually start playing at 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. You had to be done by 9:30. So it's like even just time is much less with the Big E going on.
My life is 7 days a week right now.
So we'll be hitting this PCVR version soon. Hopefully we get access and such. But the content update that came with the PCVR release, which is self-described as a major update, and I can attest that
it's major.
It also came to the Quest, and Othergate, the developers of Dungeon of Eternity, have done everything right with this port. Everyone I've heard who's hopped in the PCVR version, they say the graphics are beautiful, but beyond that, it's cross-play. Mm-hmm. We were able to play with Amelia on PCVR, no issues. The servers were great, and there's cross-save, so you can import your character into the PCVR version as well and have that cross-progression. So huge props to Othergate for doing that. And then I don't want to use the word felt like a different game because that's an exaggeration. It still felt like Dungeons of Eternity. It was the same loop. But if you hadn't played in a couple weeks and you went into this content update, you'll be like, and you didn't know this was coming, you would be like, what happened? There's new areas of the main hub area, including vendors, where you can buy a rotating list of items. They switch every X amount of time. There's a wolf named Nova that now you can find bones in the dungeon and give them to her as a treat after. She follows you a little. You can pet her. I don't really know if that leads to anything yet or if it's just the foundation. I hope we can bring her in a dungeon.
That's what I was hoping. If you fed her enough or something, maybe.
Or fed her and then ran right to the thing, she would come with you or
be able to For solo runs only, though.
Yeah.
You know, so you got a companion.
But I was petting her yesterday after giving the bone, and like, you know, the head moves up and everything. So now there's vendors in the main area. There's Nova. There's a combat training area. There's the area to prestige. If you hit max level, you can spend 50,000 in-game gold to then restart at level 1, prestige like other games. Dude, the game is freaking tight. They never stop. When we go in now, I don't know if this is because we usually just play me and you, the most or third person. I think this was our first time doing 4 people. Dude, the enemies, there was more of them. They were stronger. And again, this might be because we play with more people, but the level of extreme more and enemies and amount of damage they could take was insane. So new enemy types, there's health bars on some of the bosses. Like, they brought a lot in this new update. I'll give them a lot of credit here.
Yeah, dude, I got nothing bad to say about anything they've done. I've loved it since day one. I had no doubt that this update was going to be as equally impacting as every single update they've done since release. And I will say every update they've done from release has been significant. There's been no like, you're not going to notice nothing. It's like visual enhancements. Dude, I mean, things look tight. I think they've upped the difficulty slightly. I'll try to confirm it with a run with you and I playing on a save dungeon just to see. And then I'm curious if the save dungeons can contain, which they should, contain some of the new things that we've stumbled on. So I'm leery on that. But
well, if you had previously saved dungeons, they're gone. They did it. They did a save dungeon
so they
wipe.
Wiped it.
Yeah,
okay.
Which makes sense. I understand it. Some people are upset about that.
That answered that question.
Yeah,
well, yeah, because there was
the
no
answer
way.
would have been no.
Well, yeah, because then there was no way to carry over any of the new stuff to integrate it. So
Yeah.
that makes sense. I can live with that.
There were some changes.
What?
Sorry, to like mimic chests and stuff too. Like now they give you items. They used to only just spit back your key.
Yeah.
Health bars.
Yeah, you get a choice, 3 different choice. No, I need to go back in there. And, I mean, my time was 1 run. Well, 2 runs. We did 1 normal and then 1 hard.
Actually, didn't we die once too?
Dumb reason. Yeah.
Our first one?
Yeah. And that should never have happened.
Because it was normal difficulty.
I mean, I won't lie. My loadout was jank. I did not have... The last time I played, I just thrown some stuff on. I'm like...
That's happened to you before too.
Yeah, and then when I went in there, I'm like, this is not the crossbow I want to be using at all.
Probably took one for the team too and realized. And
my sword was a dagger. I'm like, I would never go in there with anything but a long sword, you know.
Did you even have your repeating crossbow?
No.
Or no.
No. I had a single shot fire.
Oh, no.
Fire crossbow. Not my poison.
I can't imagine you without a repeating crossbow.
Dude, I have a 6.
I know. One. I think it's got poison too, right?
My 5 is the poison.
Okay.
The 6 one is such a low hit point. It's like, even if you hit the person 6 times, it doesn't mean shit.
So you still use your 5 because of that?
Yeah. But damn, man, we need to see if those enemies are legit. A little more harder to kill.
I do like the health bar addition as well too. Seems like a whole bunch of new dungeon varieties and stuff
just to certain enemies though.
Yeah, like the more like, I don't want to use the word boss.
Advanced.
Yes. Like the guys
and then
that
I
disappear.
noticed glowing hit points on something last night. Wasn't 100% sure if that was just lighting or if I'm supposed to attack that, but either way I did. Shine a shiny light on it, I'll shoot it, you know. And no, dude, they crush it.
And I have a feeling that there's some secrets in here. Like they didn't talk about the Grim Reaper edition when that got added. You know, the players discovered it. I have a feeling.
Discovered it.
Oh yeah, we did.
Real quick, like.
I'm just saying. I feel like there's probably some things that aren't known yet that players are going to come across over the next week or 2. So huge props to Othergate. They did it as good as you could do for a PC VR release content wise. I need to go in there and see the graphics myself. I'm hearing great things. Hopefully next week we'll be able to talk a bit more after the Big E is all done and wrapped up and you're back to full-time you.
Yeah, man.
But good stuff. Othergate, man, they crushed it. Update dropped last week on September 11th on Steam VR. Is the game's out now, and then like I said, all the same update, full content parody, and it will stay that way out on MetaQuest. And also, full apologies to Amelia because I definitely did a rude mood. I threw a haste potion on her. I was like, "Hey, dude, have you tried haste yet? It's so fun!" And I threw the haste at her. Definitely got her motion sick.
If you haven't played it, haste is it like 10 times speeds up your character for a good solid minute.
I didn't tell her that's what it did either.
Pooh.
I was just like, "Hey!" I was so excited. I instantly regretted it.
Yeah, no, it was more of a, hey, come here, I got something to show you. Pop.
Like, I don't think I
not
like
hang
this.
on, I'm gonna throw this, and if you move, it's gonna be like you're being shot out of a cannon fast.
Which, hey, not for nothing.
Yeah.
She has put us through some things in Resonite as well too, with picking you up if you're a rabbit and throwing you around and launching you out of a cannon. So
no, it's cool. No, a warning probably would have been a little cool.
Yeah, but learning less. I know better too.
No, I'm happy that Amelia and Shadow were able to jump in. It was cool to play. We played before with 3. We've done that a few times. I think we played with Nick before.
I think Guana too.
Yep.
Quite a bit. We got to get him back in for this update too.
We got to get him into some walkabout closest to the cup.
We have been hooked.
Dude, that's my addiction. It is. It's legit. How many times this week, like legit, truthfully, we're trying to be more structured, right? We're really making effort. And then Walkabout does shit like this. And then you're like, hey, let's get this done. I've even seen things pinned in my messenger, right? Like, this is what we got to get done. Like, you got it, bro.
I try to be good with that stuff.
What do you want to do tonight? It's like, this is before my the Big E starts. And I'm like, yeah, I could do a couple of closest putts, And then that turns into like 5.
All we do.
5 fucking. All right, well, tomorrow night we'll do what we're supposed to do. We'll do that tomorrow. Like, okay.
We are getting better. Like yesterday while Dungeons was updating.
Yes.
Shit, then we'll just do that. Or we end the night with it because it's 10 minutes, dude.
I couldn't get in the other night.
That was weird.
It was really weird.
Never seen that with Walkabout before.
No, I don't know if it was just some random glitch. I mean, we ended up playing something else, and then what the hell did we play?
Titan Isle.
Which
we had a great interview with John last week. If you haven't listened to that interview yet, John's awesome.
And here's the problem. That to me is almost equally as like, that's a tough match. You want to do closest to the, and you couldn't be more different of games.
Titan Isles versus Walkabout Mini Golf closest putt.
Holy crap, dude.
But Titan Isles might be co-op game of the year. So, I mean, that's some 2 good games we're playing with right there.
Hasn't been a ton of co-op
games I won't be surprised if we see a end of the year push of them where we see all of a sudden
I have to go back and look because I thought I noted, I'm pretty sure I noted one from earlier this year, but the fact that I'm having to struggle to think about it's kind of bothering me.
Yeah, the last few years were definitely heavier on co-op. It seems like we've seen much more of a push to full social free to play VR and stuff like that.
If he stays on schedule and pops his game out when he wants, then it should be before end of year, right? So
Titan Isles?
Yeah.
I think it's this month.
It's supposed to be. But Wanderer.
Yeah. The day before, whatever, we never... Yeah.
That was a long journey, dude. So, I mean, but shit does legit happen.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, besides the oh my God, that's coming out that week, and he's been around long enough to... I don't think he would ever try to put himself in a position to...
A bad launch date? No. John...
But, dude, I don't mean to deviate either from Walkabout, but...
Well, to be honest with you, the Walkabout wasn't even the news either. We deviated onto the Walkabout.
I'll play
we're just deviating at this point.
You do the news, I'll play closest to the...
I think it's getting us significantly better at Walkabout, too.
Well, yes. We're going to prove it. We can prove it tonight.
I mean, your whole focus is getting us close to the hole. There's so many holes that
I have noticed
that are -4 putt.
Dude, usually in Walkabout, I mean, it's the truth, right? I tend to throw you a
I know
beating,
where you're getting.
Right? And I say that respectfully because
I have fun. I don't even go for the win.
A lot of times you'll try shit, but it's like I'm going for the win. So it's like a lot of times I'm going to win 10 under, 12 under, whatever. But I watched your short game.
Insane.
Totally change.
I'm getting next to the hole on the four pars.
So I'm like, we have to do a hole, play closest to the cup, and then frickin' go right into the 18 holes. Because that meant your mentality changes when your whole game is one shot. If you play every single hole like that, dude, how many par 4s?
That's what I'm saying. We're getting next to the hole.
Wow, dude, that's a lot of freaking eagles.
And I don't want to give myself credit, only because we mentioned I do lose a lot. I've actually started to get some wins. I'm winning.
I think for the amount of times we played closest, you're either up or even.
It could be you up though. No, I think it's close. I don't know who has the lead, but it's close. And Yeah, we got to go do a full round soon because this is.
Know. I think you got me. Pretty sure you smidged.
This is
past me.
This is my favorite new game mode since simultaneous mode added.
We did 4-player or 5. We did 4.
Oh, I don't remember the exact count, but it went by smooth,
Dude,
quick.
Really good time. It also gave me good insight into if we happen to play any Walkabout on stream.
Yes,
it's like perfect time frame.
Yes.
Hang out 2 or 3 in like a half hour.
Because you do a 10-person Walkabout game, you're gonna be there an hour unless you do closest putt.
Yeah, and they don't even do simultaneous. I wish they did do simultaneous with closest to putt.
Only because the last person to go and closest to putt. I do a strategy.
Or if they gave you options to do closest putt simultaneous countdown clock.
Oh, that's not bad.
You have a 5-second.
And
5 seconds. Because what happens a lot too is like, or
I have to blow my spot on something when you're.
The holy grail of modes for this would be you not seeing what the other player did.
That is, I think, would be essential for this mode because I'm the king of this. If you're playing with, doesn't matter if you're the last person to go. Doesn't matter the amount of people. Let's say it's just me and you, or there's 5 people. If the other people hit it out of bounds, no matter what, their shot doesn't count.
Or even if they hit it wild, it's in bounds, but it goes past the starting point.
Yeah, you just
tap it.
Don't even move it any distance.
Yeah.
So if the person goes out of bounds,
a couple inches.
If they go out of bounds, you don't even need to. You just boop, just any little touch. Or you know what else I've done? And I love this. It's like you'll see the path to the hole, and like you try to go that path to like organically work your way closer to the hole. But the rules of the game mode is the closest to the hole. Mm-hmm. So sometimes it's like, you're supposed to hit it straight and loop around, and that would be how you actually end up on the green next to the hole. But if you just hit it to the left or the right, 5 feet, you're not close to the hole, like technically, but like in measuring distance, if you put a ruler, you are the closest.
So that's why I stand my ground. It should be disabled when the player shoots. You should not know which ball gets closest to the hole till all the balls are played, and then it lights up. And then you see who did it. Because there are people who would use that tactic if they went first, thinking other people might use that tactic. So it totally changes, yet again, the dynamic of the game. And that's an easy one, I think, to pull off.
So, dude, I totally agree on that. Just because of like the way people like me play this game, it's not like the most ethical way to win a hole. Like if I didn't know how your shot goes, I would never do the 1-inch tap. So
I love their mode. I'll still play it, but
it's our go-to right now.
I would like to see some options available for competitive gameplay because it is much more competitive with a one shot.
It's a different game even.
And they put up their teaser poster just over a week ago of their roadmap till the end of the year. Mm-hmm. Of course, having people guess and speculate, but they left nothing on there that jumps out at like an obvious.
Mm-hmm. They're so good with that stuff. And I mean, to any observers who go, why isn't this episode out right like first thing in the morning? I mean, I'll let the community know, of course, that the episode will drop a little bit later today. It's definitely later than we usually drop. We drop at like 3 a.m. Eastern time for you morning folk who like your morning drive. You get to
apologize.
Yes, you get to have some Ruff Talk VR, a cup of coffee, and a nice ride to work.
It was worth the wait.
But we got some special news that required us to hold this episode just a little bit later in the day. And I think it is worth it 100% because we have some info on an upcoming Walkabout Mini Golf course that's getting announced pretty much as soon as this episode drops.
Time.
If
they've got about a 35-minute leeway on us.
Mm-hmm. If you're listening to this episode, you might have even already heard this news, but Walkabout Mini Golf has announced not only is it their 5-year anniversary, but they have a course coming in December 2025 that's going to be called Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Which, I mean, it's Alice in Wonderland.
Dude, the visuals are going to be nice.
Yeah. Lewis Carroll's, dude.
You're going to see every known character you're probably accustomed to.
Which is going to be the trippier course, Meow Wolf or this?
I hope it opens with going down a rabbit hole, too.
Oh, that should be the intro.
Yep.
Boom,
Boom, your ball drops down, and then... But, I mean...
The Chester Cat.
Artistically and color-wise, they crush it. Meow Wolf. That's all I'll say. Like, you want to see one of the finest examples of colors and oddness, Meow Wolf. And I think when we played Meow Wolf, we mentioned Alice in Wonderland, dude. I'm almost convinced of it.
Mm-hmm. Well, it seems like I think it's there's no
one from Walkabout talked prior to us knowing about this, but I wasn't as shocked about this one.
I think Alice in Wonderland is public domain.
Yeah, I'm thinking so.
So it's
to a degree.
So it's a kind of obviously you can't use like the footage from the films.
Yeah.
Those aren't public domain, but the story and the IP itself is. So this is huge. Alice in Wonderland in Walkabout Mini Golf coming this December. They say players can expect to encounter key story moments, characters, and atmospheres, as well as a magical new gameplay mechanic. Ooh, what do you think that gameplay mechanic is? They say
it's not shrink.
As always,
it's not large.
Which I mean, that would be your go. That would be your go-to, right? Those are already in there.
Well, you would think. I'm just trying to think of the Alice in Wonderland psychedelic.
I don't know.
Maybe the caterpillar's gonna.
I'm excited though, and of course, it says in the press release, and this is standard with Walkabout, that it will have their 18 collectible lost holes and a putter. But this one
can't wait for this putter.
This one will also come with themed avatars with it. So I'm excited for some Alice in Wonderland avatar packs, or however they decide to do it, whether it's free or pay or whatever in terms of the packs. And this will be available on iPhone, iPad, MetaQuest, PlayStation VR 2, Steam VR, and Pico.
Dude, I want to be the
all
cat.
Crossplay. Dude, I mean,
we know the price is dirt cheap too.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't change. Nothing changes except we're about to get a freaking awesome course.
And included in this is a quote from Don Carson that says, while Lewis Carroll's original book has been interpreted in many notable and beloved ways across various mediums over the decades, our intention here has been to take fans back to the original story, including the 42 marvelous etchings by artist John Tenniel from the very first publication, said Don Carson, senior art director at Mighty Coconut, also former guest on Ruff Talk VR.
Mm-hmm.
So, dude, I'm excited for this one. This is going to be one of the biggest drops of the year for Walkabout.
I'll have to go back.
For their other ones? For me personally, I love Alice in Wonderland. So I'm just this IP is huge to me.
I grew up with it. I don't know what else is coming in between.
That's true.
Yeah, they're telling us about
December.
A big IP they're doing in December.
But
that doesn't
September.
mean something that happens before isn't going to be better. I don't know.
How insane is their schedule? That's
Dude,
3 months away.
They're the most unpredictable. You can guess if you want. You can try. Even when they give leaks, it's still hard for people to come out. So I know Alice is going to be great. But what I don't know is if something's coming in October or November, right? That's going to be better. I don't know. So I can't say what's going to happen, what's going to be their best course by the end of the year. It's tough.
How crazy is it that we're in September?
Because
3 months left
putters,
of the year.
I'm looking at balls. I'm looking at course.
Music score.
I'm telling you right now, Tokyo is
Music score?
pretty amazing, dude. I mean, you know that. I'm preaching to the choir.
Dude,
Echo chamber.
I'm excited for the music on this one for sure.
Mm-hmm. I want to see the colors.
And if this was any other studio and they announced a DLC for December, I would say that's their next one. But Walkabout Mini Golf is so intense that 3 months away, there's no way this is their next one.
Dude, they already played this.
They have such a strength.
They played this last year.
They have such a strength of schedule. And they did also announce some other stuff since it's their 5 years since release. As of September 24th is going to be their 5-year anniversary, so it's just right around the corner. There's going to be some pretty cool stuff coming, such as they announced that there's a new line of Walkabout Mini Golf clothing as part of the Meta Horizon Plus exclusive perks for the avatar system. So you can claim some Walkabout Mini Golf swag for your Meta avatar. That's kind of cool, just for being a Meta Quest Plus subscriber, which Walkabout is included on. So if you're a subscriber of Meta Quest Plus, you get exclusive digital clothing for your Meta Quest avatar. And then also, and this is something I've seen the community request so much, they drop stats, baby. All-time stats on their stuff. They said they recently surpassed 2 billion putts. They passed 23 million hours played. 26 centuries of mini golf in Walkabout Mini Golf have been played. They've done 43 million sessions, 55 million fox hunt clues, 84 million lost balls, already 1.1 million grip to puppets deployed, and they have created 393 square kilometers of explorable areas, which they say is larger than Detroit, and just over 105 square meters of which are the greens, interior spaces, and curated walkabout paths that exist between them. They did say in this that they've intentionally not built global leaderboards because Walkabout's not about who's the best, it's about having fun, but they did also include the most difficult hole is Cherry Blossoms. Hole 18 in hard mode is the statistically most difficult hole, and the most hole-in-one hole is Mars Gardens easy mode hole 15. So that's all really cool stuff.
It's a lot.
Dude, I love stats.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
I'm happy they released it. Yeah.
Dude, 26 centuries of mini golf played in-game is insane. And they did say that over 55% of their VR sessions are multiplayer, and over 50% of their users pass a 2-hour usage rate. Over 10 times the standard when you look at 20-minute sessions being, the game loop to build around. And most developers will see that the amount of time spent in their app is like 20 to 40 minutes per session. Walkabout has over 50% of their players passing 2 hours. That's impressive.
I will argue, though, that if you have a great game, players will smash that out of the park.
Correct.
So you can downgrade the quality of one's game by saying the magic number is XYZ. But I'll tell you, if the game is great, those numbers mean nothing because people are going to live in it. So I get sometimes a little weary of like that whole.
Don't build around those numbers.
No, man, because I'm
just make
telling
a good
you right
fucking
now,
game.
man.
Just make a good game.
If Grand Theft Auto is available on Quest, you don't think I'd be in there an ungodly amount of time? It'd be crushing. Look at last night, dude. We got off last night. I had smallest percentage of my battery left. It's like they can pound salt. To me, it's the game. Some games, yeah, man. 30 minutes is probably comfortable. Demio. I don't want to spend 30 minutes in Demio. I want to play Demio until I can't.
Throw the fight, you're doing 2 hours? Come on.
No, you're doing like 12 minutes if you're
So
just
good
starting out. That's tough. That's a hard 12 minutes.
And I guess I could have counted this next one, but it's cool to just see it easily in front of me as well. They have 14 base courses and 21 DLCs, each with 18 holes each way. 18 easy and hard,
36 holes per course.
Dude, that is so much content. IPs, self-made ones, public domain stuff. Walkabout is the GOAT when it comes to this.
I'm going to go on a fence and say that 2026 is going to be one of the most mind-dropping years for Walkabout with courses. I don't. And again, I'm not going on like, oh, he's hyping up something. No.
There's nothing we know.
We literally get told, it's no secret we do get courses, upon release, but we don't get them like months before.
No, we get them at the same time the rest of the media does. We know the same as everyone else.
I know when we're going to get it more often than not, and it's usually within a couple of days, which is fair. That way it's not out in the wild.
To be honest with you, we've never gotten a course before it was announced either.
No, hell no.
We have never gotten a course before it was announced.
No.
Which I'm not like complaining. I'm just saying for the viewer transparency.
Yeah. No. They're vetting, and what they do is like, I've said it before. It's like they can write their own book. They should never be included out of fairness to other studios as comparisons. It's like they really did. They did everything right.
They just made
like
a good
literally
from
game. The start to who they hire, to the backgrounds of the people that. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people. I'd love to work for Walkabout. It's like, look, I'll tell you right now, I can bring nothing. You need an event manager. I don't even know if I'd be good at that for them because they're so next level. Well, I'd crush it, but development wise, look at like Don Carson,
the
Disney Imagineer. Look at Edward. Edward has amusement park background as well. It's like these aren't like just.
Look at Lucas.
I was leaving
Spy
Lucas
in Disguise.
That's not fair,
dude.
That's just not even fair.
Look, we talk with a lot of developers on the back end, industry wise, like communicating through email for whatever the news is, or to get even down to their comms. David is like top tier.
Dude, their community manager's the shit.
Sarah's amazing.
Sarah crushes it.
Like their whole team.
And that's not taking away from
I don't want to start
naming
naming everyone's names in case they don't want it said, but like they're people that handle every aspect of it.
No, it's all part of the machine. Mm-hmm. None of the cogs are broken. None of them are squeaky.
And
everybody is always like just positive. And that's a reflection of the workplace. Mm-hmm. I mean, because most times we talk to them, it's on company time. There's no like sourpuss attitudes. It's like it is part of it. But how would you go to work for them and be pissy? For real. You're going to walk in and be like, slam the door and be like, fucking Austin traffic. It's like, really? Mm-hmm. I don't think that's, you're going to wake up in the morning and you're going to be like, this is the best cappuccino. I can't wait to get to work this morning. You know what I'm saying?
I got to see their studio when I visited Austin too. Not VR related. Like I just went to Austin on a vacation with my girlfriend. And like, yeah, they have a good vibe.
Dude.
Like.
Combat Waffle.
Yeah.
You walk in that door, you feel it. You're like, this is a fun place.
And something Walkabout brags that they're very proud of, and understandably so, is that they're 100% player funded. Mm-hmm. Like all this stuff has come from people
like I
buying
said,
and supporting their product.
They legit are in their own category. Mm-hmm. They've done every step correctly, from the cost of DLCs to a mass apologies to the masses that were going up 25 cents. We're dipping into your budgets.
I think it was $1.
Yeah, I'm making a mockery of it because it was like not even worth the apology.
It was so sympathetic too.
Yeah, dude. It was like, and I'm sure if it wouldn't surprise me if somebody was like, I can't afford it. You guys just squeezed me out. That they low key was like, don't worry, we got you.
Here's a 20% off discount code, whatever.
Just send us your shit. We'll give it to you for free. They're just good folks, man.
Dude, they have the figurines. So one of our favorite studios for good reason. They only get better. Alice in Wonderland is going to be such a big course for them.
I'm just not going to say it's going to be best of the year till the end of the year.
I can't blame you for saying that either. It's impossible to say.
Man, you got a lot to deliver on with this one. My expectations are really big.
One of my IPs that they could do.
I have a stronger. Mine were pretty big for Labyrinth. Mm-hmm. And what's weird is I wonder if they did Labyrinth today, what changes they would have possibly made, or if with every single one of them, they do them with the mindset that if we're asked what we would have done different 2 years from now, nothing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
That's totally possible.
I'm kind of leaning towards the very little regret on any course.
I think they just move forward.
Just from the process of how they roll it upstream.
And honestly, like, there's yet to be a course I don't love. Even Upside Down, we went back in last week.
Yeah, dude.
Really not a bad course. I actually really like it.
No, I was trying to understand.
I think just people weren't expecting that, and that was the reception.
You're being asked to do things. You're asked to do backhand shots. You're asked to do wall shots.
But it's a mix-up. It's fun.
Floor to ceiling shots. You've got some of the craziest freaking side mechanics launching off of things. So I could see where it was just too many things at once for people to be like, whoa. One course with one of these would have been, like...
That might have been the one time that they would have been better to show the mechanics. You know how it's always a surprise till you get in there?
How could you, though?
I know. I just think that the reaction of it, like the unexpected element, is what caused the negativity.
I went back in and I had to look at the shit and be like, I got to relearn how to play this thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like with the gravity boxes and stuff.
They go up and then knock back down,
and
or
then
stop
when you go off the side
up
of the building and you hit it onto the course on the other freaking building, you got to remember, just tap it lightly. Don't give it, So there's that one. But great course, man.
Yeah, I know it's not a fan favorite or anything, but damn, I liked it, and I'm so excited for this. And huge props to Walkabout Mini Golf for their next IP course. Or I can't say that. Who knows what else is coming? But their newest announced IP course.
For all I know, Star Wars is coming next week.
Dude, yeah, we don't know with these people.
I don't know.
These coconuts.
I don't trust them in all the right ways.
But their most recent announcement being the Alice in Wonderland course and these awesome stats. Dude, I love that stuff.
Stats are nice. The course is going to mean more.
Yeah, people have been requesting the stats more than ever on social media. I see it all the time in their Facebook group, so I think that people are going to
whenever the masses play something, they want to know they're not alone.
Dude.
They want to know that their addiction is shared by millions of others.
2 billion putts. 2 billion putts. All me, you, and all the other
I'd love to
players
see
of
Golf
Walkabout
Plus
Mini
how many yards have been driven.
Yeah, because there's a bigger.
That's a full course.
Yeah.
I bet you around the world.
Golf Plus announced that they're losing their
Top
Golf.
Golf. But that was part of their...
It was an initial licensing deal that was set to expire eventually.
And let's be honest, out of the gate, I think that relationship helped boost the studio to be able to do what they're doing today.
Yes.
So both parties benefited. I'll be honest, I go somewhere, I see a Top Golf, which I don't go a lot of places that have it, but I want to freaking try it. It looks fun.
Never would have had that thought if not for Golf Plus.
Top Golf. Well, at the time,
it was Top Golf with Pro.
I'll call it what it was.
And they did say for Golf Plus that they're going to come up with an alternative that's more of a social hangout area with like similar things. They said just expanding, making it even greater.
The driving range with the TV and don't put it on a tiered level and call it bottom golf.
The golf game, the 2 best golf games in VR, both in Austin, Texas. It's crazy to me.
Golf Plus crushes it though.
Yeah.
What they've done with the PGA courses. And we had talked to them years ago when it was Top Golf. And we heard the future, and it was pretty aggressive. And this studio has never stopped. Literally never. Every time I see on a social, it's like, oh, we're meeting with this. We're going to have this course. I'm like, it's sooner or later you're going to run out of courses.
And I love that these 2 games hit 2 completely different type of player. Like Walkabout Mini Golf is mini golf fun, and Golf Plus is a golf simulator. I want to emphasize this. Like, yes, it's a game. That's a golf simulator, though.
Dude.
Like, you get a nice attachment. Like, that's a golf sim.
I love Golf Plus.
I saw somebody on Reddit trying to make a post like, I don't understand the hype for Golf Plus. The value isn't there. And people were like, I want to let you know.
Have you
for
played it?
$15.
Have you played it?
They're like, I'm a golf fan. It's so expensive to go golf, let alone with your friends that live all over the world. They're like, at any time of the day for $15. And it is such a real-to-life simulation. They're like, for $15, I can play golf with any of my buddies all around the world, or I can practice my swing. They're like, I would have paid $400 for this. You know, it's like...
Oh, newsflash, some of these courses you're never going to get on.
Yes.
I don't care if you live in a town or not.
Yeah.
You're just not going to play that course.
So I feel like if you don't have an appreciation for golf, some of the value of Golf Plus is going to be absolutely missed on you as well, just because it's so true to life simulation and what they're hitting.
Dude, when I go to Florida, Tracy's dad is taking me golfing. And he took me to one course it's a pro course. What the hell do you think I looked like out there?
Not a pro?
Dude, I lost. I'm not proud of it. A big freaking waterway. You have to clear the water type of situation. Got the alligators and shit. 5 balls.
Wow.
Lost. Yeah. Bloop. I'm like, it was wretched.
Good
one
stuff,
ball I
though.
lost like literally 100 feet in front of me. We all saw where it went. Gone forever. Yeah, so games like Golf Plus for golfers like me, that is 100% a hack.
Or even for their good players, but I get what you're saying.
I can play. Good players can use it to refine.
Yeah.
Terrible players can use it to go out there and not feel a little embarrassed when you're going to like tee off and there's people right there waiting who are good. They play this course. They're members. You're not a member. You paid for this.
Oh, there's videos of fights on golf courses over that stuff.
Yeah, we had an altercation.
Did you see the video of the hockey enforcer the other month? That
he plowed. Dude, first of all,
the fuck you doing mouthing off to a former NFL enforcer?
Even if you didn't know
or
the
NHL
guy,
enforcer,
even if you didn't know the guy,
you know, looking at that guy,
the guy's like 6'7", dude. It's like
you're out of your
idiot
fucking mind to be mouthing off to something like that.
And what happened?
And this, I've been training jiu-jitsu since I was fucking 13.
Too, to be honest with you.
Oh, and I don't think so because he knocked him out after.
Yeah, I know. I just don't. The whole throwing him in the water thing.
I think he only did it because he said, if you keep running your mouth, I'm going to throw you in the river.
Yeah.
So, like, when you say those things, I mean, like, sometimes you got to back up your word, right?
Golfers get edgy, dude. When we played one of the courses in Florida, some old guys were coming up behind us.
Oh, yeah. If you make them wait, it's like a big...
Well, we couldn't play forward because of the people in front of us. And these fucking dudes, just kept yelling at us. Like, really yelling to the point where, like... I was like, oh, shit, we're going to have a golf fight on the golf course with these old men. Exchange some FUs and some, we're waiting for that. We can't hit the ball. They were I think we let them play through just to get them out of our hair.
It's the only thing you can do in those situations. Just like somebody riding your ass on the road. Just
it depends on my mood.
Yeah, I get it.
No. You ride my ass?
No, I know. I shouldn't have brought this one up. I shouldn't have brought this one up.
You ride my ass. I give you the courtesy. Like, I put my brake on, but I don't change my speed. And if I see you not adjust your speed, I wait for the speed limit sign and I do a little point, and then I take my foot off the gas because I go 5 over the speed limit no matter what, and I go right to the fucking mile. I don't care where I am, dude. Highway, what if you're gonna?
I can't ride people's ass. I don't know how you feel safe being that close to somebody.
Well,
like you don't have the reaction time. Like I could never ride somebody's ass like that.
People claim they do. I used to teach defensive driving, and the first thing you do is be like, what's your favorite car, blah blah blah, and they're like, okay, let's take the best sports car with the best brakes. Let's see the stop speed from 0 to 60s over 100 feet, and I'm like, you got to like make that connection. If you're 10 feet behind a car and it hits something, you can't mathematically,
even if you had
the laws of physics,
even if you had instant reflex time,
all known laws of nature on our planet, you're going to smash into that car
and be in the wrong.
Well, yeah, you're riding someone's ass.
Yeah.
Should never. I won't ride with people that drive like that.
So yeah, back to the Golf Plus thing.
Yeah,
yes, there's
Golf
a lot
Plus
of
crushing. I don't know how the hell we got there.
Dude, we got here from Dungeons of Eternity. Fuck, I know.
No, because Walkabout was needed.
Well, the Walkabout, it bled in organically. So Walkabout Mini Golf, they got Alice in Wonderland course coming December, some great stats, and it was totally worth, I think, holding this episode a little bit for that one. In case anyone's curious why this episode's dropping a little later in the day.
We already said it.
Yeah, I know. It's good to say it, though. In case somebody missed it, we say a lot. So fun episode so far. We got some Dungeons of Eternity news, some great stuff from Walkabout. We somehow got to Golf Plus with there, and God knows where else we went.
To road rage, everything. We covered all the bases today.
Yeah. If you don't mind, I'm really excited for your next news piece, and I have a feeling that we're going to go down a rabbit hole from there. No pun intended with Alice in Wonderland. So do you mind if I do the Patreon real quick? And then we'll go into that. So as always, huge shout out to all of our Patreon supporters who help keep our lights on week after week, month after month, as well to the listeners who tune in every episode. But as always, huge thank you to Asim, Amelia, Carson, Aspire Mike, Jake, Crispy, Shoes, Tom, and Chris. Thank you all for your continued support. Week after week, month after month, all that stuff. We say it all the time. No current Manscaped or anything like that. You guys are what's keeping the lights on.
I still got their stuff, though.
Yeah, well, I was actually thinking this morning I probably should have trimmed up. I'm a little bushy right now. And, dude, it's been so exciting to see the back-end data come in, because for the first couple of weeks, I didn't even know if anybody was even using it. But now I can see people are using the code, so I kind of got to say it. You can use code Ruff Talk VR, all one word, RUFFTALK VR, at checkout on the MetaQuest store, and you will save 10% off any game on the MetaQuest store and hardware if you get it through the MetaQuest store, including Ray-Bans and stuff like that. So you go to buy a game. You actually used it today on an app too.
Yeah.
Just to confirm it worked. Not like we're making any money off of that. You pay the full app cost just for a little bit back. But yeah. So you can help support the show. It gets you a discount.
$1.30.
Yeah. It gives you 10% off your app, and a little bit goes back towards the show as well too. Another way to help keep the lights on. So don't forget, code Ruff Talk VR for your savings on the MetaQuest store. And yeah, huge shout out to our Patreon supporters. Support us week after week. Thank you to all the listeners that tune in, the people that join us in the YouTube lives or the YouTube premieres. That stuff is so fun. Some of my favorite part of the week. And just, yeah, we're really blessed with a great community. And don't forget, check out the Patreon, the Discord, all that fun stuff. And yeah, let's get back to the news.
Yay. All right, this is one I got to see firsthand at PAX East. It did come out last September in early access. It is in full release for a whopping $12.99, which, full disclosure,
it's not bad.
A couple of dollars steal. That's what I'll call it.
Yeah,
$14.99 minimum. I'm talking about something that's called Pencil.
Probably not a racing game, right?
It is developed by Leadhead. Leadhead is the studio. So what I like about this is teaches you how to actually draw, and it's using kind of like a trace. So you're using mixed reality to draw an image on actual paper. That's huge. I got to watch in real time people sit down, put the headset on, have the paper, have a pencil in front of them, and actually draw a picture. Now, I cannot draw. So when I saw this sight on scene, I'm like, this is a must-have. This was what I used the Ruff Talk VR code for, because I don't own it. I don't want a key for it. It's a very small team. We met one of the individuals there. if it's not a team, of one working on it. I'm happy to support. I've been dying to try this. So not just did they go, oh, we're now full release, which, the hype around full release from early access to me dwindles game to game. It's not as exciting when you graduated from App Lab, but they've added a bunch of stuff, so it makes it really worth the while. You're getting something called the Academy, which will be in campaign mode, which will give you 50 step-by-step lessons.
That's huge.
Plus this progression system, giving you a total number of lessons, 83.
Wow.
OMG, dude.
That's huge.
They've also updated visuals. They've thrown in some tutorials. They've given you a viewing gallery so you can capture your drawings at the end of your lessons and then save them. And they've got some experimental features, which now supports either using the back of your controller or something I've been dying to get my hands on. We received one from the Meta Connect, or the Meta Quest Creator Program, and that is the MX Ink Stylus. I just haven't had a proper usage for it, but guess what? I do now. So that is experimental mode. That is not actually like the preferred method is actually paper.
But we have those
pencil.
styluses. I want to try it.
I've needed something to try it. I used it with Maestro just to have it in my hand.
But it's not really like using it.
No,
It's like you might as well use a chopstick.
On. So now I have a bona fide reason to actually give it a good run for its money.
Hell yeah.
In a form that I kind of want to. So
You've wanted this since PAX.
Yeah.
I've heard you talk about it.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm pretty sure we were told send me an email and I'll send you guys keys right after. But this is one that truly I wanted to, and the feedback from the crowd who got to try it at PAX, and
we saw it live.
Creators I've seen throughout the year who have actually posted stuff in regards to Pencil has been pretty nice to see. So if you can draw, you're probably not going to like it as much as if you can't draw. Because if you can draw, you don't need to trace. But if you can't, i.e. me and millions of other people like me, go grab it. $12.99. Use the code Ruff Talk VR. You'll save about $1.30 in the US and learn to draw out on Quest 3 and 3S.
83 lessons. You couldn't do one drawing lesson for $12.99. Like from an actual teacher and stuff?
No.
These guys give you 83 of them.
Nope.
Plus the ability to just practice without material costs. Like, I'm excited. You definitely want to hear your thoughts on this one next week, so long as you have time to really
try it tonight.
Ooh.
We'll see.
You gonna go right into the pen, or you gonna try it without first?
No, I'm gonna do it without. I'm gonna go pencil. I want to do pencil. I even have I got my desk. I'm good, dude.
Yeah,
I'm ready to roll. I want to try this at PAX, but I didn't want to try it because I didn't want people who have never tried VR not to get that time. And they had legit a good crowd all the time.
That's a good attitude to have. It's we get this medium all the time.
I mean, yeah, and it's like to a degree, it's like, yeah, okay, I'm most selfish to a point in the fact that there's a lot of things I don't want for, and this was one I didn't want to take away anything from people, and especially PAX East, dude. There's so little VR.
Could sell a VR. It could sell a headset. Somebody trying this app.
Yeah, you don't need to sell me on it being good. I could watch people doing it. They had the TV set up, so it wasn't like, and you could take your picture after, and I'm sure they do this at all their events. I think they were at PAX West. You can pin up your photo or your drawing when it's done, and it was cool to see the consistency of the same drawings. So it's legit, dude. Yeah, no, I'm pumped. All right. Anyways, next.
I have an idea. If you're open to it, for our streaming event, we could do not a contest. We don't need to judge and say who's the best or the worst.
Who's better at tracing?
No, if we want to have people submit drawings and we can show them on the stream, as long as they're appropriate.
Look the same.
As long as they're appropriate.
I think it has to go through I think maybe you can. I don't know.
Okay. I was wondering if with the gallery mode, if you'd be able to export it.
I don't know.
Because if we could save the photos, it'd be cool to have
people.
Can I
invite people to my gallery? Or is my gallery just for me?
It'd be cool to if you.
I don't know.
You gotta. You hop into this week, and I'm gonna ask you the 100 questions next week. I'm excited for it.
I'll post my sketches.
I'm excited. That was a big one. That was your first one you picked.
Yeah,
too.
I'm happy for them.
I know we've talked a bunch on this episode already. It's crazy to say your first news piece. It's just the beginning was so loaded, but that was your go-to right there. That's awesome. And then this one is a game that was announced months ago. It's cool to get an actual release date for it. Star Wars Beyond Victory. It's it's a mixed reality pod racing game. I do see, obviously, the impression that you'd have, you hear Star Wars pod racing, is that you're going to be sitting in the pod. This one is like a diorama style.
Top down.
Yeah, that's, we'll see. There's going to be 2 game modes in it, though. There's going to be an arcade mode that lets you pod race through a virtual holo table in your play space, and a sandbox mode that lets you play around with unlockable digital figures, vehicles, and other characters. I don't know what they mean by play around, but we'll see what that is. But it was announced in April at the Star Wars Celebration in Japan, and now, last week, it was announced that it's officially going to be coming to the MetaQuest 3 and 3S on October 7th. So really not far away at all. Under a month. This is going to be a big one.
Yeah.
I think that there's going to be a lot.
It's a touchy IP, so we'll see.
It's a big one
right off the bat. There's some complaints, so I mean,
there's a ton of complaints.
Well, yeah. So I mean, I don't know if it's a good one is going to hold true.
This is going to be a big one.
Oh, big one.
I didn't say good. I didn't say good or bad. It's going to be a big one. Anything Star Wars is going to be big.
I think I might actually like it. I'm not upset about the diorama view. I've actually played a handful of diorama style games I enjoy, so I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. But touchy IP, dude. Passionate IP.
I wonder if they went
up there with Star Trek. Good luck to you.
I wonder if they went that way because they were having trouble like mitigating motion sickness on a pod racing game to new players. They went, shit, throw it in diorama, mixed reality. No one's going to get sick from it. That's the only thing I could think of.
I would think first person view would get you more sick in a racing game. Right?
Well, that's 100% what I just said.
Oh,
I think that
I thought you were saying the view.
I think that they went with the view that they're going because they tried to do the first person originally and couldn't do it without getting people
puke.
So then they went, okay, so then let's put people on the outside. Let's make it mixed reality so you can see your environment, and now none of their internal playtesters are getting sick anymore. That would be my guess.
It's possible.
Because, I think first-person pod racing, you think of the way Star Wars pod racing is, it's not straight.
It's a little intense.
You go up the sides.
But I'm for it, dude, because, I mean, I like flight sim, so, I want that feeling of
I'm excited.
flight nausea, I'll call it. Like normal flight nausea, not I shouldn't feel this way nausea.
Like the type of the feeling in your stomach you would have if you actually flew a plane.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to feel.
Yes.
Like, go over a whoop-de-doo on a road. You should feel that. If you don't, there might be something wrong with you.
Many jokes, but Star Wars Beyond Victory. I think a mixed reality playset is actually part of the name. Like, I think it's called Star Wars Beyond Victory - a mixed reality playset, but it's going to be launching October 7th. So I'm excited for it.
Yeah, we'll be watching this one.
Yeah.
I'm a day oneer though, dude.
I think it's going to be one of those like.
I think the graphics are going to be cute, like tight, cute little graphics.
I'm saving opinions until I experience it myself, because obviously the impression is like, I wish it was first person, but let me actually play it, and then I'll see what's up. Sweet.
Okay. October 6th?
7th.
Okay, perfect.
Not far at all.
No.
Under a month.
No.
I'm hyped.
Dude.
Some big stuff coming this end of this year, dude.
Well, we know
September, October, November, and December is packed.
I don't want to brag, but we've been saying it. And I do see some other prominent voices saying the same shit. Like there's some bangers coming before the end of this year. So.
It's almost like after 4 years, we know what we're talking about with this industry.
Closer to 5.
Yeah, it's almost like some things are predictable if you
can see the trend, and you can also sense the environment. So something we've talked about a lot in uses for VR and in using it for real educational purposes. We've talked about it in the early days of like simple things like ASL, American Sign Language, to what if companies started shipping these out to employees or utilizing VR to actually train their employees? And would it work? Is it practical? Will it save money? Well, guess what? BMW of North America has done just that. With electronic vehicles becoming popular and the repairs on them very costly, building
complex too.
Building training cars, electronic vehicles just to work on is expensive. It's not very cost effective, but you still have to teach the technicians how to do it. So they teamed up with Meta. They made an app called Impossible Battery. It gives an interactive virtual reality experience for the technicians to pull out 14 different tools. These tools are being used to show them how they're supposed to line up, not the mechanics of them. They're not in it for jankiness. They're not in it to know how to use a socket wrench. A lot of these tools are specific to the electronic wiring. So you have to know that this wrench needs to go on this way first. They're also experimenting with full X-ray. I'll say an X-ray of the actual electronic battery system to better further train these employees. But they're claiming it works. I'm not shocked.
Yeah, I feel like there's like...
I'm not shocked. When we were looking at this, I was like, what I love about this is any one of us in the world, if we got a hold of this, we would become comfortable knowing what the 14 tools are that would be needed to work on this specific model of 5th generation EV batteries from BMW.
Like you said, they
that
don't show
doesn't make you qualified to go into a shop and do it.
And you're not actually using the tool. It looks like they pinch it.
It's just tool positioning is the focus, not...
And the way it all works.
Not the way that it,
feels.
I got to move the thing. No, you're a mechanic. You already freaking know. But you might not know specifically, like this tool goes on in this manner. So no, it's huge. Something I think we're going to start seeing a lot more of.
Doesn't look like you can buy it, right?
No, this is for BMW North America. You could certainly enlist into their mechanic program. I mean, you could.
Yeah.
Just to get your hands on it. And I'm not saying there's a leak of it. I'm not even implying I would want one. If BMW of North America wanted to send me a copy just to try so I could speak more intelligently on it, I would actually do it. I'm not saying I would touch an EV battery in my life, but I wouldn't be upset to seeing what they're offering.
Dude, I watched you do a whole plane training, airport
ground
training.
Crew, dude.
It's not a game in VR.
No.
It's like the opposite of a game. But you did it.
Yeah, man. I fucking directed that bad boy in.
It's so not a game. But you love that stuff.
They teach you and then where the cones need to go. And
you've always done flight sims my whole life. Like, I feel like you just love learning skills in a virtual environment. It's in flat screen even, let alone in VR.
It's easier than real life. I'm a learn by example, you know? So
you were saying like you wanted to see like a car mechanic sim VR, which there is one, but like it's more of a game.
But
you
like
want
a
like
real, yeah. This is how you change an alternator.
Yeah, because the one on the store is like...
Imagine if you could we lived in a world where you're like, oh man, I have to do XYZ to my car. Pop on the headset. What's your car? Drop down menu. What's your make? Drop down menu. What's your year? Drop down menu. What do you want to do today? Boom. Before you do this, let's do it together. Unhook the terminal on this side of the battery. Simple shit. Basic mechanics.
Done this for building a computer, because that's like a easy to learn task that it's daunting to a lot of people.
You just got to do it one time.
But I mean, wouldn't you do that in VR?
Mm-hmm.
Build a computer?
I'll do anything in VR.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm so sold on this.
Yeah, I'm happy BMW North America is teamed with Meta for this. But I think this is literally just not even the tip of the iceberg of what we're going to see VR used for in especially the industrial and manufacturing sense. It's not even funny, dude.
Agreed.
And architectural, it's already being blown out of the water.
Big stuff. So this next one, also, I don't think that there's anybody that you need to sell less on the concept of that training than me and you. We've been so sold on that for years, and it's so cool to see these official partnerships actually come to light. And then in my unexpected VR news bit of the week, Nintendo, who I've long said should get back in VR, right? I mean, they did now, but not really how I thought they would. They had the Labo for the Switch 1, which was a cardboard VR headset. And way back in the day, in the 90s, the mid-90s, they released the Virtual Boy, which was a VR headset that had about 80 different games come out for it. Only in black and red, not black and white, black and red. They're originally going to have a color unit eventually come out, but there was a lot of bad reception to the Virtual Boy in 95, including headaches and discomfort and stuff like that, that they ended up just never releasing the color version. Now, 30 years later, at Nintendo Direct last week, they announced that they will be selling a $100 Virtual Boy accessory for the Switch 1 and Switch 2, which is going to feature a similar design to the original. Just it's lacking the screens to actually use it, and that's where the Nintendo Switch will come in. It'll use the Nintendo Switch screen to do that part, which maybe that, you know, the missing aspect of those parts replaced with the Switch, maybe that'll help a lot with like the previous discomfort issues. I find it hard to believe that Nintendo would put something out like this that was like uncomfortable and stuff like that. It's going to launch on February 17th, and the original Virtual Go games will be available on Nintendo Switch Online, plus their expansion pack subscribers. They say that there's only going to be a total of 14 Virtual Boy games available, quote unquote, over time. So not all of the original, 80 or so games that was on the original. But I mean, it's interesting to see they're bringing back the Virtual Boy, not where I thought that their VR direction would go, but Nintendo has so many like collector diehards and like people are going to buy it.
Dude, they're going to make money.
Now, I also
make money on something that's honestly pound for pound shouldn't be in today's.
Yeah,
I'll say it. I mean, I don't give a shit, dude. I see it everywhere being posted.
Yeah, I mean, like, dude, it's
the fuck is wrong with you people?
You see
getting
the
this
graphics
excited
on it
for nostalgia for real.
And also, you can play
buy a 2600 too. Whoop-de-doo.
You can play all of the Virtual Boy games.
I'm missing something.
You can play all the Virtual Boy games. Not only the 14 that are coming out on this. You can download through SideQuest onto your MetaQuest 3, an emulator to play all the Virtual Boy games as well too.
Advocate that though. Didn't they get a little heat for that or something?
No, I don't think so. If Nintendo threw heat, it wouldn't exist anymore. Nintendo's like the most old school law heavy people.
I won't touch it. I don't think I'll be.
My understanding is
Nintendo games into my headset anytime soon. I'm not knocking them for what they're doing, but it's like, are you going to tell me this isn't just a nostalgic cash grab?
It 100% is a nostalgic thing.
That's all it is.
There's like some pinballs, some boxing ones. I mean, it'll be cool to check out.
Jank.
But you can check it out on your Quest 3 already as well too.
People are going to hate me for it.
But I do have a tinfoil hat part of me though, and goes that this is revitalizing the Virtual Boy brand name, and in a year or two they'll launch a modern version. But before doing that, they want to bring the name back out and bring up the brand recognition of what a Virtual Boy is before spending tens of millions on selling it.
We're going to reward Google Cardboard for coming back?
Right? I mean, technically...
that's all it is, right?
Well...
Glorified.
Nintendo Labo VR, which was part of the Switch 1, was a cardboard headset. And they're bringing...
I don't mean to be shitting on them, dude. It's like, I literally see people getting so excited over it. And I'm like, I don't understand why. What am I missing?
Yeah, it's interesting.
Let's bring back the mall VR.
It's interesting.
Play the pterodactyl game. I don't know how it helps.
I don't fault anyone for, like, if you're excited about this, I don't, like, mock you for it or anything like that. Like, people are allowed to be excited about it.
It's good to be able to buy something that theoretically you missed out on.
Correct. But it doesn't personally get me excited. I don't, like, fault anyone that it does, but, like, it doesn't really do it for me. I'm more like, well, hopefully this means that...
Well, I'm not faulting anyone. I just don't see it.
Yeah, but no, I agree. Like, it doesn't really do it for me.
But man, oh man, people are talking.
They're also going to sell a cheaper new cardboard version for only $25, though. I mean, at least the price point they're dropping these at are
Nintendo,
reasonable.
I love you to death. I do. Day one with you.
This proves Nintendo can do whatever they want.
I don't want it.
People will support it.
Don't need to send it to me. Not asking for it.
I hope this means that we see a new Virtual Boy in a year or two. You know?
You know how freaking high def it would have to be to compete with Steam, dude? I mean, for real.
You don't need to compete with Steam.
Well,
why would you need to compete with Steam?
You got to bring something better than 8-bit graphics to modern world, right?
What I mean is, like, I think that if they did a relaunch of, like, a modern Virtual Boy, it would be like Quest 3 3D graphics. Why not?
I don't know.
The Switch is a pretty powerful process. The Switch is arguably as powerful as a MetaQuest 3.
Oh, yeah, probably more.
So, like,
right? Pound for pound.
I think they just chose to go the nostalgic route. They probably could have dropped a modern VR headset accessory. I hope if Nintendo goes VR, it's not required to attach.
Weird to me.
Yeah, it's a nostalgic thing.
If it was marketed as like own a piece of nostalgia, you couldn't.
I think that's what they're going for with it.
I hope.
It's like, I don't think they're going for like this is some revolutionary thing. I think they're leaning heavily into the nostalgic aspect of Virtual Boy aged better than it did at release.
How much are they selling it for?
$100.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
so
fair.
As a collector's item, it's not bad.
And then you get to say, like, oh, this is what VR was like in 95.
Wonder what the originals in 95 are going for.
Oh, they've always been a fuck ton. And that would be cool to own, right? There's a couple units in the wild.
What matter?
There's a couple units in museums. Because this is going to have the black and red coloring, like that it shows in the video and stuff. There are some units in the wild from 95, from when they were going to do color, and they never ended up doing. But they did produce a few internal units, and those are in, like, museums and stuff like that.
Nice.
That's crazy.
Okay, back to business. Happy for Nintendo though. They put themselves into the.
Look,
people are talking. So
I know people that never talk to me about gaming, but Zelda drops, they talk to me. They're gonna walk up to me and talk to me about this, and they've never talked to me about VR before. I already know it, so there's a fan base for it.
Okay. I already know it's gonna sell. I just don't know.
It's
I'm
Nintendo.
not buying it. Yeah,
they
it's
could
just
spit
weird.
at you, and people would buy it. You know.
Yes. Yeah. So something we talked about, game made by developer 3R Games, flat screen game in VR called Besiege. Man,
you're a huge fan of it, flat screen.
God, dude, flat screen, it's great. I said it was made for VR. Our boy Henry Stockdale agrees. It's quoted. This was a game pretty much made for VR, even when it was flat screen. But they just did a freaking fat update and added
already.
Dude, I was shocked. They added 20 new machines.
Dude, it just came out.
55 level campaign. 20 new ready to use destructible contraptions. I have not gone in and checked it out, so I will plagiarize from Upload VR. They said shopping cart, a dancing mouse. All right, odd. Trampoline, a balloon flying house, a minotaur, and you can only use your imagination on what the more is. Now, as if that wasn't enough to wet the... And dude, I'm not going to lie. If they didn't have an update for 3 more months...
Dude, it just came out.
It's great. But they've also added some camera customizations.
Okay. I'm
Their
about it.
3R claims it's... 3R Games claimed it was one of their highly requested features. After reading it, I'm like, you know what? Yeah. It now provides different in-action cameras that allows you to follow your creations, driving them in third person or without moving yourself.
Okay.
Camera follow speed and smoothing can also be fine-tuned to the update. I kind of like that.
I get it.
It's cool they squeezed that in with this one, but good googly moogly. It just came out.
Dude, 3R Games.
Crushing it.
They don't mess around because they were Thief Sim as well, too. Remember all the content updates and DLCs and patches and everything that...
Still rocking a 4.8 at $19.99. 4.8.
It's so good. It's like you said, like Upload VR said, or Henry said, made for VR. Like,
so if we have a sandbox category this year...
Ah, man, it's going to be hard not to. Like, it would be hard to give it to anyone else.
Right now, as it stands, you can see I'm tightening up my brain thinking of the year, too.
Mm-hmm.
Besiege is good, dude.
We're getting to that time of year. It's September now. Everything we talk about is going to be looked at through a lens of the award show.
It's getting close.
We have big stuff coming through the end of the year. We have our streaming event, a Ruffathon in November.
Oh, this Besiege, I love it.
We have our showcase in end of December, and then or mid-December, and then from there we have our award show too. So big stuff coming. But no, I'm excited for this update. I got to go check that out ASAP. And now this next one is a where there's smoke, there's fire, to say the least. The VR Forever Awards is going to be a PCVR award show accompanied by a largest ever, quote unquote, Steam VR festival with over 130 games. It was announced by studio and publishing label Creature, good friend of us, with we've had Doug North Cook on the show before, as well as some of their other team members we've met at like Connect. Ed, he's great there. So is Mark from the team as well. We actually talked to Mark at Connect on camera as well. 2 great people over at Creature. They have Laser Dance coming with Thomas too, so great titles over there. But they're teaming up with Future Friend Games to do this award show and this festival celebrating Steam VR titles. So there's going to be discounts on games like Tetris Effects, Synth Riders, Walkabout Mini Golf, and plenty of others. There's also going to be a award show attached to it with a bunch of different categories. So good stuff. Stay tuned for that. That's going to be taking place That's going to be taking place from September 18th to the 23rd. And the winners will be on the 18th, while the whole festival with the discounts goes until the 23rd. Convenient timing.
Perfect timing.
It's a little suspicious.
Perfect. Nothing suspicious. That's perfect. They spent over a year putting this together, so they were quite deliberate. Very deliberate.
The timing is suspicious.
I'm just saying.
What date's MetaConnect?
Next week.
Is it the 18th?
18th.
Let me confirm. MetaConnect is the 17th to 18th.
Yep.
So one would presume a good time to have 150 titles on sale would be the day after announcing a new headset.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's what they're doing.
They're taking nothing away from Kinect. Kinect has nothing to do with VR this year.
No.
I won't say nothing.
Okay.
99%.
I don't know a single
non-VR
creator who
related.
got an invite. It's wearables and AI this year, like you said.
Yeah.
So.
Those wearables are going to be nice, dude.
So
I'm hoping to God we get good.
The only way that Valve does something that competes with that is like we talked about last week, if Steam frames end up being eye wearables.
If next week they show like pre-order them now, then you've made some damage, right?
But interesting stuff.
Yeah, man.
Where there's smoke, there's fire. That's all I'll say.
I like how you started that one. That was pretty good.
Well, where there's smoke, there's fire.
Where there's smoke, there's fire. So, originally known as Oculus TV, which is a great name, then changed to MetaQuest TV for obvious reasons. And now it's simply called TV. So it used to be that, yeah.
I can understand the change, though.
So the app used to focus strictly on 180 degree, 360 degree videos, including specifically user created content. User creators were told, get your stuff off our platform by XYZ date because it won't be there anymore. That date has come. The majority is gone. But what they're now leaning on is a mutually heavy focus on flat TV. So you will be able to Prime Video, Peacock, you'll be able to watch on, not in 3D, not in a VR form, but you'll be able to, similar to Microsoft Xbox Gaming, pop it on, turn on your TV, watch it in a headset. Now for travel, hotel and stuff, home run. You know what's conveniently not on the app, though, I don't see mentioned or shown?
What's that?
Netflix.
They used to have a Netflix app that was handmade by John Carmack.
They got Pluto and
outdated.
Twitch and Amazon twice, Peacock. That's funny. That's unfortunate.
Oh, they got Amazon Music and Amazon
Prime. Yeah.
That's
but
funny.
I'll tell you what, Peacock's good. Prime Video's got some shit on it. Dude, I'm not upset about it. And you know the TV's fat, so I'm happy. So from the 3 variations we have to now just going back to where it all began originally in the world of all of us, just TV. It's just comical. Cracks me up.
Too funny.
They should have just gone back to Oculus TV.
And this next one is not really an IP that I'm crazy on, but I know that there will be people that are. It's Hello Kitty Skyland. It's going to be made by developer Third Verse, who I'll never forget for Soul Covenant when they tried to kill the game. Unfortunately, no, it was Swords of Gargantia. They tried to kill 4 to replace it with Soul Covenant, and then due to intense public backlash, they decided to end up keeping it. But they're coming out with Hello Kitty Skyland. It's going to be a social VR game launching in early access later this year and quote-unquote other major VR platforms. It's going to be free-to-play with in-app purchases, which, you know, I don't think this was my market. I wasn't the market for this game to start with. Free-to-play isn't going to be what sets me over the line, like I said. For the market of people that's Hello Kitty, like that probably makes sense to go with a free-to-play social game. That's like a rare time you'll hear me say that. But yeah, they're saying it's going to be launching end of this year with a closed beta to begin later this month with up to 500 testers, which you can apply through their official Discord server. So, wow.
Okay.
Interesting.
Well, here's one for the record books. In the world of free-to-play, I got one I'm going to play as soon as it comes out.
Oh, you said it right away, too.
So this comes from XR Games.
We're just biting our tongues today on free-to-play, aren't we?
This comes from XR Games, who gave us Hitman 3 VR Reloaded and Zombieland VR, but they're partnering with Obstinate to develop a game called Smash Eat Grow. It's going to be a multiplayer, free-to-play, coming early access soon. No definitive exact date. The pretense, you're going to get to destroy, eat, smash, grab, throw everything on an Earth. You're an alien creature called a Smasher. Mm-hmm. So if people have ever played the app game Whole, or you've seen me talk about the Snake game numerous times, it's similar in concept. You will start small. There will be other people on there, other smashers. The more you eat, the bigger you get. But you can also grab smaller smashers and digest them. And, so it becomes that kind of game as well. Not only is everything destroyable, edible, throwable, you are also can be the most badass, biggest one in the server. I like this style of game. It's usually fun, a little bit fast-paced, some laughs. I mean, it sounds stupid. The game Whole takes a beating on flat screen, by the way. So I'm kind of like intrigued. I was like, oh, dude, I think I'll actually play this. It's going to have new maps, game modes, power-ups, customizations. It seems like a lot. The founder, Obstinate's founder, CEO, formerly worked on Onward as their lead level designer. But this game has been like a dream to do. Hence why he's no longer doing that and is making this. So I'm excited for it, dude. I'm not going to lie. Very rarely. It's probably the first real free-to-play. I'm like, you got me.
No, it's going to be good. Mm-hmm. I got to eat some smaller players, 100%.
You got to eat everything. Buildings, trees, cars, whatever's on that, whatever's in the environment. And I don't have any, like, true gameplay footage, but come on, dude. This looks like it's going to be fun. He's got, if he can make this work in VR, he's got something special. Doing it for free, I don't necessarily agree with, but you know what? I'm going to play with it.
Hell yeah. Good stuff. And this one's interesting. It's not really a huge deal, but it's still cool to see this quality of life stuff come. Meta's web browser. It's going to be getting some third-party extensions available on it. Currently, there's a PDF viewer on it, so you can view PDFs.
Which is good.
Yeah, that should be there. And then you can use the LastPass password manager, which is a private company to let you store passwords and stuff like that.
Smart.
Now, there's going to be 8 new extensions available, including an ad blocker, 4 new password managers, and 3 VPN services. So these include Ghostery Tracker and Ad Blocker, and then the following 4 password managers: Bitwarden, NordPass, ProtonPass, and Dashlane. And then they're also going to give you access to NordVPN, Proton VPN, and AdGuard VPN. So interesting stuff. That's just like the Quest browser. We checked it out when we first got our headset. We played around a lot with WebXR actually back then. I kind of wish we stayed with it because I think that it's like Meta still invests a lot of money in those teams, and they're hustling. Like, they improve, just not everybody sees it. And this is a great example of it. Even the UI of the browser has gotten so much better. So cool stuff. We got some big extension additions coming to the Quest browser ahead of MetaQuest 2025. So while it's not centered around VR, I do expect to see some software news related to the VR side when we see stuff like this.
Okay.
Cool stuff.
Yeah, I feel like that window kind of went quick too. We had tried a couple of things, and then there was like, at the time, there was really nothing else to, in my world, I don't think there's anything for us to do. But it ran really good, right?
We did a skiing one. We did Brushworks. We did a couple of them.
Yep. So out last week, a game I've been kind of excited for. I know you've dabbled not too much in it, but enough to like, I don't want to say form an opinion, but you've got a couple of takeaways. The game I'm talking about is called Successor. It is $19.99, which I'm going to say, I can't say if it's out of line or not.
It's reasonable.
Amazingly, it's running on Quest 2, Quest 3, and 3S. The amazing is Quest 2. I don't know why we're putting resources into that. There's been some games coming out that are running on it, and I'm like, why?
How?
So, Dark Fantasy World, freaking RPG. you had me at RPG. I think when we had first talked about this, I'm like, you don't have to say nothing else. I don't need to know nothing else. But now that it's out in the wild, I haven't played it yet. I've listened to a couple of your concerns.
No.
They sound like intuitive or quality of life issues.
Things that could be fixed.
So I'm going to go by the fact that it just came out. We just talked about diorama games. So if it's not that your cup of tea, although this is becoming to me popular for RPG styles, is like, that's perfect, dude, for VR. I get you might not get that full immersion, but let's be honest, you're not getting that in flat screen. So I'm just happy to have these kind of games in. So I'm hoping and praying that some of the little nuances that people are commenting on will get fixed, because they don't seem like it's... I'm not hearing the game itself is bad. I'm hearing just little... Am I right? Like, in your opinion? It's not the game itself. It's just some of the
quality of life features.
Quality of life? Okay.
I think it's a really fun game loop. Like, for me and you who love this type of game, we're going to have fun in it.
They do say roguelite progression.
I get why they say that.
Okay.
Because when you beat a level, you're going to unlock new characters and new items that you can then choose. When you start a level, you then choose which heroes you want to use for that mission. So you could theoretically go back and redo a level with different characters. Okay. But that's not really like roguelite.
Wink, wink.
People have thrown that name on everything.
Yeah, nah, dude, we're not blanketing it. If it's a rogue anything, it's just a roguelite. I'm not getting into it. That this one has unlockables. This one's got progressives. What I do love is they say, this is one of my favorite things. We've said it for numerous games, and when we say it, I know it's true, so I'm going to trust them. Easy to learn, deep to master. They don't say hard to master. They say deep to master. So that tells me there's a lot in game that's going to go on. That's, you know, hey, you might pick up the basics pretty simple there, kid, but to really figure this out, I've never heard deep to master. Hard to master is my go-to. And they say built for VR, but here's where I'm going to call them out. Again, guy hasn't played it. I trust the ears that I have. Intuitive controls.
So, well, give them credit, is they do the Demio board movement. So that's a plus. Like any game that's a diorama and you can't just pick it up and move, and that's a loss. So they did good there.
Civ 6.
They do have an issue with it where, like, I was playing the game, and I had my board in front of me, and I could see the whole board. If I moved it any bit to the left, it would, like, let's imagine there's like a line here, and if it went past that line, the board became invisible. So that was a big issue, no doubt.
That wasn't just you either. I saw that as a common.
And then there's some of the controls of, like, how you switch between choosing which character you're playing as and moving. It's just way too many clicks for how you have to do it in speedy and combat. So, because it's a real-time combat game.
So intuitive controls, based on what I'm hearing, is board movement is intuitive.
Correct. The character manipulation and the character controlling, it takes a lot to get used to. Especially in a game like this where it's an idle combatter, which means, like, you'll put the two characters together. You move your character that you want to attack the other guy. They go up to each other and they start doing the combat automatically. You know, you can choose to do special moves in that time. But, yeah, there's some control things that I think could use some touches. But for somebody that loves real-time strategy games, especially in VR, me, you, I think both of us are going to have a blast with this. And there's a flat screen version as well, too.
And we are...
we're biased. We love this genre.
We are RPG biased.
And real-time strategy.
I will say it's
turn-based strategy.
It's got a 4.0, even with some comments with complaint. They're not greasing it down in rating.
Because it's a fun game loop.
I think people are being honest.
There's just some, like...
I don't know about this. The graphics are disappointing, bland, 3-star.
The graphics weren't overwhelming, no. They were I'd probably put it at a 6 out of a 10.
Oh, that sucks.
But, like, it's a fun game loop. That's something they could
enhance, though, correct?
I'm sure. I have a feeling that there's not a Quest 3 graphical build. And it's the same, and they dumbed it down to match the Quest 2.
Do you think this was rushed? Or a rushed release?
Well, it's early access. Well. So they gave themselves the benefit of the doubt there. I don't know. You know, I'd love to talk to them. It's a fun game. There's definitely...
I can also see look, there's only so much internal we can do until we get it out.
Yeah, and we need to see the feedback.
Hence early release, early access.
They do some things that would make you go...
Hey, 4.0 is not bad, dude.
No, it's worth checking out and playing. I got access through the MetaQuest Creator Program as well, too.
Yep.
And, like, there's some things that they do that would make you go, they've played a lot of VR. And then there's other things that would make you go, I don't know how much VR they've played.
Onward. Oh, no, that was the last game. Yeah, that won't work for this one.
No, it's okay.
I'm like, yeah, let's bring him into the mix.
But no, there's a flat screen version. It's called Successor because the first game was called War Tile. So this is Successor
with that
to it.
said, I like this because I haven't played it. So sometimes we'd even discussed doing this before as format. One of us plays something, the other doesn't.
And I have
so
to
the
play
other
more
can,
too.
Yeah, no. That's why I said
I will get
maybe
used to
an
the
hour,
controls
whatever.
more.
Do you feel that it's made by people who understand RPGs? Aside from the VR, coming into the VR space, whatever, do you feel like they've grasped the idea of a solid RPG?
I don't get RPG elements from this.
Okay.
I get real-time strategy.
RTS.
Yes.
Interesting.
I don't get too much of an RPG feel besides the fact that you have different...
What are they actually categorized?
I'm sure RPG because it's a clicky name, like people like it. And like technically anything's a role-playing game that you select a character, it's an RPG. But it's not like an RPG.
They do have tabletop, role-playing, and strategy.
That's fair.
So one could say real-time strategy. There we are. We'll just take the RT.
Yeah.
It's there.
Yeah, I don't get too much RPG element besides the fact that you pick a main character. You pick a character for that mission, and then you can unlock different characters for the other ones. Okay. It's much heavier in the real-time strategy.
I do
element.
like it's another sitting game. Chadwick, I know you're recovering.
It's chill. I'm liking it.
From some work. There's a sitting game for you.
You know, maybe $14.99 early access would have made more sense for where it's at. You can see
I'm going in this week, so I mean, I'm liking.
I'll say
I wasn't liking your initial. Like I was a little internally like, oh, dude.
There's not an overwhelming amount of missions to the point that you played the first tutorial and you go, okay, the end is in sight, in terms of like beating all the missions.
Okay.
But I mean, it's a good game loop. I'm definitely gonna play more. I think it's great for early access. Like that's where it belongs right now, for sure.
Just the price may be a little.
But who knows? Maybe full launch is $24.99 and it's worth that too. So I think VR games should cost more too. So I'll probably bite my tongue a bit there. But yeah, there's some things I really like that Successor does. There's other things that I think like, I don't know. It feels like half the team is like a really big fan of VR and the other team that did some parts of it aren't.
All right, let's see what they do with it now.
Yeah, but it's out there and it's fun. It is fun in the end.
Okay.
You just got some things to get used to, for sure. So good stuff there. And then this one, we almost missed it. We caught it at the very end.
It scraggled.
And
I don't know how, to be honest.
It was on our list, but like when we picked up who talks what, like neither of us grabbed it and it was just hanging out the bottom. We're like, whoa. The other month it was announced that Anduril and Meta, Anduril being the defense contracting company from Palmer Luckey, the original founder of Oculus, came out that they're partnering for the military's headsets, for the Army's headsets. And now, because Anduril got the Army's VR contract away from Microsoft and HoloLens, who had it before, it went over to Anduril, and now Anduril's partnering with Meta for some of that to develop the headsets. And now they're also partnering with a startup company called Rivet, which is backed by Planter. They're going to be delivering hundreds of AR headsets to the U.S. Army already. So they're going to be testing them in the field already.
In true defense contractor form, if it's discussed, it was 5 years ago they made it.
Mm-hmm. And Palmer Luckey, dude. And Meta, if there's anyone that can snap. The Army was very disappointed with Microsoft's performance with the HoloLens. They had it for years, too. So that's why they kicked that contract over to Anduril. And check out the squad that gets it. It is the Army's SBMC, the Soldier Born Mission Command Program. These are some bad motherfuckers this is going to. It's the successor to the IVAS program, which was the one Microsoft had before Anduril took it over. They're going to be sending out into the field with the U.S. Army what they call Eagle Eye. It is a integrated ballistic shell. It has an integrated ballistic shell protective helmet with all the electronics built in. And then Rivet's part in this is going to be a thick pair of glasses for it. They look like AR glasses.
To the likes of which we will never know.
So Anduril's making the helmet.
For half a decade.
Dude. Yeah. in 20 years we'll have the consumer side of those. So yeah, Anduril and Meta are making the head part, and then Rivet's making the glasses themselves. And Rivet did also announce that they're making their own glasses separately that they're calling hard spec. So interesting stuff, dude. Big stuff coming in the world of the U.S. Army and in VR and MR and AR.
Oh yeah, and that's just in the, we'll say, on our end of things. We don't know what other countries are working on their end of things who aren't part of the free trade, we'll say, kind of in their own. So yeah, it's real interesting.
They've signed a couple contracts with the Army already, and this contract specifically, some are billions. You know, this one specific.
They bid and received the contract. They weren't given shit.
Yes. Technically, the press
they went
release,
after that.
I know the press release wording is awarded, but we know you bid and everything. Yes, this specific contract, because there's billions of dollars of contracts for this stuff. This one is $159 million to Anduril and $195 million to Rivet, which makes sense. Rivet gets a little bit more making the glasses part, and Anduril gets the ballistic shell helmet part. Yeah, pretty even split with slightly more towards Rivet.
It's a lot of money.
Dude.
It's a lot of money. It's a lot of zeros.
Overlaying icons on friendly units, objectives, threats, and point of interest in the glasses, built-in night vision and thermal modes, live picture-in-picture feeds from drones, including the soldier-borne sensor personal drone, simulated weapons and enemies for training exercises, scanning nearby people for signs of illnesses, such as high temperature, and facial recognition for hostage rescue situations. We're in the future.
Yeah, 5 years ago.
I know.
What I'm really interested in is what do they got now that we can't even talk about? Because this shit's pretty. It sounds like when we had first discussed this, they're pretty much doing everything they said that they were going to do with it. But at the bottom line, the main concept of this is to save as many lives as possible, to reduce as much collateral damage as possible. And it sounds like with some of the integration, it also allows them to go into potentially, outbreak areas, we'll say, and be protective as well. So who knows the full application of this?
Yeah, and this is just a few hundred being tested, with Palmer saying the first scale delivery beyond the test units should happen in 2027. And it is worth noting, like in 2022, the U.S. Congress, they're the reason Microsoft lost their contract. They did an evaluation on the results of it, the money spent, and they went, fuck no, we can't give them a single more dollar.
Well, truth be told, if you were to open the books on most of the shit that they spend money on, you would do the same thing.
But it's rare that Congress comes in and throws out contracts like that. For military stuff, usually that stuff is don't touch. There was a lot of disappointment with the Microsoft side.
I'll just say the track record of military contracts is not great. It isn't. And sadly, it takes.
Remember that? Did you ever see that Netflix movie?
With
fuck, who was in it? Jonah Hill and
Kelsey Grammer, about the Bradley tank.
No,
that one.
No.
Oh, the one about the Bradley tank.
No, it was about bidding on contracts to rebuild Afghanistan.
Oh, okay.
Jonah Hill. It was based on a real story. Yeah. It was two guys made a fake defense contracting company and bid for some of the most major contracts to rebuild Afghanistan and won it.
It's like a spoof after what really happened.
And then we're like, this is they were never supposed to be a company that could handle that type of logistics. I mean, that's really what the military is. It's the most efficient logistics machine in the world, right? That sometimes partakes in war and killing.
They're great at demoing.
Yeah. Great at logistics. Nobody knows, does logistics better than the U.S. military. It's a very large functioning logistics machine. But interesting stuff with this. I agree with you too. What don't we know?
Yeah.
Look how fast they deployed this.
It's also the what don't, again, because it was already made.
I agree 100%.
Picked up on it.
No disagreement.
Shit had already been used in the field.
So what are they actually using?
Yes. So what are the people who are getting to test now using?
Mm-hmm. But
because it's much more advanced than what the soldiers are going to get, and this is pretty damn advanced.
Picture of drones, scanning of illnesses, hostile threats, marking friendly units, hostile units. That's intense, dude. That's like your HUD in your video game.
It's a lifesaver, is what it is.
Yeah, good stuff.
It reduces it's in everyone's best interest. And if all the armies in the world had it, it would be a lot more strategic warfare.
Oh yeah.
Get what I'm saying? Like, and to me, that's where the cutting down on the people who don't, who aren't part of the fight is probably the most important.
So like you just joked a moment ago, if we're going to make people wait till a couple hours later, might as well give them a long episode. But it's time to wrap this baby up so we can get to our YouTube Live. But as always, let's wrap up this baby talking all the latest upcoming VR games coming through the end of September and October. So we have Monkey Tower coming on September 18th to the MetaQuest.
Take me to Monkey Tower. Take me to Sushi Ben.
Yeah, Sushi Ben coming September 18th to PCVR. Zix coming in early access to PCVR and Quest 3 on September 18th. Changeling VR coming September 19th to PCVR. Fight, spell Fyyte, coming on September 19th to the MetaQuest. Project Nova coming September 19th to PCVR. The Amygdala Protocol, Amygdala Protocol, whatever it is, coming September 21st to the MetaQuest. Chrono Hunter coming September 23rd to the MetaQuest. Titan Isles coming September 25th to PCVR and MetaQuest. Blacktop Hoops, a game that we loved on the MetaQuest, coming on sometime in September, running out of time, to PSVR 2. My Monsters coming sometime September. At this point, if I say September 25th, it's September 2025. Coming sometime in September to PCVR and MetaQuest. Villains coming sometime in September to the MetaQuest. Zero Caliber 2, they say coming sometime in Q3 to PCVR. Blackgate coming October 2nd to the MetaQuest from our friends over at Fun Train. And then, last on my end, Star Wars Beyond Victory, a mixed reality playset, coming October 7th to the MetaQuest 3.
Mm-hmm.
I had like a hiccup that whole time, was killing me.
Oh, that's the worst.
All
right, we have Memoriam coming October 9th on Quest. Dreams of Another, October 10th, PSVR 2. Reach coming October 16th. I wanted to see Reach around.
Oh, dude, I was just about
October
to say that.
16th coming PCVR, PSVR 2, and Quest. Yes, I know I'm a pig. Vex Mage coming October 16th on Quest. Sight Alexandria coming October 17th on Quest. Whoops, I got Vex Mage in there twice, so Vex Mage will come October 16th on Quest, but then will come on October 21st on PCVR, off about a week. Little Planet coming October 30th on Quest. Chaos Method, love the name, October 2025. Who knows, coming PSVR 2. Confined, leaving OKB-134, coming October 2025 PCVR. Mom, I want the new game Confined, leaving OKB-134. Darts VR 2. Darts is tough. Good luck. Bullseye coming October 2025. PCVR, Pico, PSVR 2, and Quest. They're crushing it all. Same, I'm guessing all in the same release. Drop Dead the Cabin coming October 2025 on PCVR. I feel like it already was. Scared by Squares coming October 2025. Awesome PCVR Quest and Quest. I hope it's just like you're running from nerds in like the 50s. Why are you chasing me, see? Smasher coming October 2025. PCVR and Quest. Yeah, I just like the pictures my brain comes to on a name. Space Explorers Ultimate Edition coming October 2025 on Quest. And Zero Caliber Remastered coming sometime in October 2025 on PSVR 2.
Wow.
And that is it for
Good
games
stuff.
that we know of.
That we know of.
Not counting Shadows.
There's always Shadow drops.
The Shadow knows.
So this was a fun episode. Went way longer than I thought we would today. Holy moly.
About an hour 9. Really about an hour 2.
What, over what you thought we would?
Yeah.
I thought we'd do about an hour.
I know there were some mistakes made. They're going to get
How
chopped.
the hell did we go that long?
I don't think it's 9 minutes of mistakes.
How the hell did we go that long?
I don't know.
It doesn't even make sense.
I don't even know.
Holy moly, I'm flabbergasted.
It's the lubing for the streamathon.
Yes, we're getting just like longer, easier, right?
Yeah, I could go 3-4 hours.
Yeah, easy now. All right, well,
honestly.
Thank you all. We're doing another 30. We're going to do 3 hours of
We're
content
going right
today.
back in 10 minutes.
Yeah, we will be. All right. I'll do a coffee refill. We'll get this live started. So thank you all for tuning in. If you're a fan of the show, subscribe, rate us 5 stars, check out the YouTube, the Discord, the Patreon. Don't forget, use code Ruff Talk VR at checkout.
On
everything. It was cool, dude. I didn't think anybody was using it because there was a couple week delay, and then we saw the back end. I went, oh shit, people are using it. So
Someone used it.
Oh, I'm so excited. So thank you all for your support. You all rock. You guys make the show. You all make this show worth what it's doing. You know, week
People
after
didn't
week.
listen. I wouldn't be able to do it.
Dude, our community, it's
so
all
sad.
about them. It's all about them.
I'd be so sad.
Thank you all so much. You all make this ship worth sailing, and we look forward to talking more. Well, on our YouTube live in a minute, but we won't. This episode will come out after the live, so look forward to talking to you all next week too. All right, ciao, ciao.